My name is Alejandra García and I am a Cuban journalist. I was born in 1993, I'm 28 years old, and I know of no other reality than living in a blockaded country. When I was a child, I had no real perception of what it was like to live under that invisible economic fence. The same happened with my closest and contemporary friends. I was a happy child. I didn't realize then the juggling my mom did to get food and medicines for her only daughter who was always sick. All the photos of that time revealed those efforts. I always looked the same, a chubby girl with frizzy hair. On the other hand, my mother, a single mother, always looked thin and exhausted. For the past 2 years, I've been taking care of my grandma on my father's side. Since then, I have experienced the efforts my mom made in the 90s, but amid an unprecedented pandemic that changed the usual life of Cubans and the world. In these 2 years, I've spent many hours in lines to buy food or medicines for my grandma. The pandemic, the blockade, and the more than 240 measures imposed by Trump first and maintained by Biden when he came to power created an overwhelming shortage and a sense of suffocation that is difficult to describe. But the Cuban people have an unsuspected capacity to overcome obstacles. Amid all these adversities, Cuba devoted all its resources to the fight against the COVID-19. Despite the blockade and the US government attempts to strangle us, Cuba managed to create its effective vaccines to protect us. My 88-year-old grandmother has 3 doses of Abdala and received a booster 2 weeks ago. She hasn't been infected with the virus, but if she does, I know she will be protected. Today, Cuba is gradually returning to normality, thanks to this vaccination campaign which also took place in record time. But this normality won't be the same as that experienced by most countries in the world. Cuba will continue to live under the shadow of an economic blockade that doesn't allow us to live to our very fullest, especially for the young adults. But we are resilient people, and we will defeat the blockade.